Hello guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review on Jeet. He's basically a must-have if you're running a mono dark team, and he does have some pretty cool buffs. So again, he's really mono dark only. If you're not doing that, I wouldn't advise running him. So let's get started. Jeet's position is on the mid left. He gets a pretty decent buff. The one on the mid right is still pretty good, but I wouldn't advise running him front. That's going to be pretty much useless, especially since he has an attacker status, so I don't know why they would even have those slots. On stat level, he's power-based, not technique-based, so you're going to need to stack counterattack resistance on him and be completely aware that he will never out-reflex. So let's look at him on his skill level. First of all, he has an active pen with increased attack power 70% and crit rate 50. That's pretty strong, so no problem there. Increased crit rates 30% and critical damage 70%. Again, a really nice buff. But if you're combining the critical rate, critical damage 70 with that crit rate, that is really cool. He does already come with built-in counter attack resistance with a penetration, so you don't even need to tire yourself that much on the stones, but you're going to be adding some just in case. And then we have Dark Sanctuary, increased reflex by 30% and action speed by 25 of dark players within the position. He will normally be used in a line called Dale Metatron Jeet or Celestia Metatron him. Jeet, yeah. So it's basically the one of his advantages. So even though he doesn't use reflex, he's giving it to other players, and he does buff his own speed, so there's no issue. Since he doesn't use reflex, 7-starring him is the best way to go. You don't even need to feel bad about it. Now, on a stone level, he does have one major issue. Why are these stones Wormwind? If they were dark, it would have been much cooler. So let's look straight at the stones. First thing is, the minute you 7-star him, change those stones. So normally what you would be running on him is you're going to be running either one of two builds. You're going to be running a build with, first of all, you need a Wormwind Speed Stone because it gives action speed and critical resistance, who's basically the best stone you're going to get. Or you could go for Pen, but receiving pass effect, unless you're running a Sammy center mid. And why would you be running a Sammy with him? So it kind of counters itself out. So you'd be running a Wormwind Stone, and on the unique level, you're going to be running a Dragon's Bone, who's pretty cool, with more penetration power and critical rate. You can even run an Earth's Cry, because it's going to give decreased inflicted damage and increased attack power per target, so just in case there's a co-op defense. Those are the two of the good stones you can be running. If not, I would just say go for the good old DR, because in case someone's trying to penetrate him, you don't want him to be able to penetrate him right away. On the dark side, this is a side where there's just too many good stones we want to run on him, who's one of the reasons I'm going to say at least try to change one of the Wormwind slots to dark. Ideally both. If he has all 3 slots dark, he just unlocks so many possibilities. So in the dark section, there's basically 4 stones you would like, 5 even, I would say. You could go for the Dark Speed Stone, action speed, counterattack resistance to get to the cap. Penetration, counterattack resistance to get to the cap. Critical damage to heal, since we know he's going to do a decent amount of critical damage. And if those are not enough, he has some great unique stones. Fontus Tissue Sample, attack power, critical resistance, again. Or Encompassing Soul. Critical damage, what he needs, recovery, and recovery by percent. So again, his one issue is he has a bit too many Wormwind slots. That's why we decide to not use the unique in the dark section most of the time, just to be able to give him a decent Wormwind unique and a Wormwind Speed Stone. And then we'll usually go for a Dark Pen, a Dark Crit, anything in the dark section you love. If for any reason he has survival issues, give him a Dark Life Stone. That should be fine, or change the unique straight back to Encompassing Soul for the 10% heal, plus the secondary heal. Now you do want to be careful that if he doesn't crit, he's basically going to be hitting you like a wet noodle, so you want to be very careful to that. Now, on a chain level, he has some pretty good chains. The sad part is they're usually the same 2 chains, so it's kind of sad. Now this is a 2-star friendship chain. If you run this, I want to cry. This is the only really cool chain. It has a Zebroy and it has a Vitos. I don't know any other good dark goalkeepers. I know there's another one, Roland. I'm not a fan. I'm a Zebroy fan. I love healing goalkeepers. So it's pretty much useless to me to talk to me about him. And I'm just gonna be saying use him. So he should have that chain. And then he has a rival chain who I can't tell if it's good or bad. It depends how the E's are gonna go. But he has a Muspel, a Castiel, and a Hercules. Not really the greatest, but in PV it will activate quite a lot. And he does have a Nemesis chain with a bunch of 4 free stars. Not really worth it. So basically, he's going to have a friendship chain most of the time. And rival, maybe, somehow, don't know. Skin-wise, though, I'm going to say I'm not a fan of his EE. I, again, love the Evo art much better. I just find the E's too exaggerated. It looks like some sort of cat or demon. I don't know what that is. This is like more dark, more cool in my eyes. No special skins. I'm gonna say he's pretty cool, and he's gonna become really broken when you start re-rolling these to dark. It doesn't even need to be dark, but if it's dark, it's just usually better. And/or penetrations, not penetration, dribble stone would be good here. There's a bunch of other stones you could be throwing on him, but just Wormwind doesn't have what's necessary. So what team you run him in? Mono dark mid specifically, and usually have a backline of Verisor giving him more life. You have a dark ace helping him. Just don't run him if you're not in mono dark, and that's basically it. He has a great synergy with people with reflex, and he has enough counterattack resistance from his own skills to just not care. So you don't need to waste too much stones on that, and you won't need to feel bad that he's not at the 90%. One stone should normally be enough to get him to that, especially if you have old stones that still have the counterattack resistance passive. So I hope this helps you guys understand the basic of how Jeet works. If you have any comments, ideas, opinions, or if you even want to request another video, put a comment in the description. I still have a few to go in the list before I'll be able to get to that one. But have a good day, guys.